It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, next on Madden Football.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A run. Here's Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Third and 6. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
No return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Back to throw. Thompson Robinson. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Thompson Robinson. Off road, right side, taken by Njoku. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
David Njoku with a nice catch, and I don't know if he gets enough credit, Mike, for just how good he has been for the Cleveland Browns. Made his first Pro Bowl last year. It just seems that every year, regardless of the situation at quarterback, Njoku just gets better and better and better.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favored offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, Thompson Robinson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
A give to Ford on the zone read. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Now Thompson Robinson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That one incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind them.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Russ. He'll try to run for it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Pierre Strong on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's DTR. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Harris. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, we just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. A run with Harris. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, there to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, this is Harris. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. DTR to throw. He brings it in, the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Thompson Robinson to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Going deep downfield for Judy. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Another run here with Harris. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Wilson lines up in the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. On the handoff, it's Harris. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. On 2nd down, a run with Harris. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. Wilson. This one complete to Washington. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. Back to throw. Thompson Robinson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's Thompson Robinson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On third down, here's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Crochet to return it. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10. Now Thompson Robinson. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. To throw, Thompson Robinson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Austin brought in motion. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. The Steelers got a solid performance in that 1st half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now he takes off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's Ford heading left. A pickup there of 13. It's a Browns first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Whoa! Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's DTR. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A running play here for Foreman. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
They bring Judy in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. That's on the former All-Pro, Jack Conklin. Here comes Foreman. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. He'll drop to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Browns are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Into the hands of Pickens. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Throwing again, Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On third down, here's Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Harris. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is third and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Strong. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. DTR to throw. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy. It's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Now, here comes the screen to Foreman. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Harris. And that's well read by the defense. Knocked backwards. He's back at his own 9-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll give it to Harris again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Wilson. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll run with Strong. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Thompson Robinson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And He has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
First and 10 now from the 36. They go play action with Wilson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. First and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Thompson Robinson. He fumbled the football. One of the Steelers has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harris. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Here's Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line and in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
Here's Thompson Robinson. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Thompson Robinson. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
To throw, Thompson Robinson. Here's a screen set up for 4. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Back to the air one more time. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are able to cut the deficit to 10. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's DTR. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Wilson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Now Russ. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That his second touchdown tonight.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He knocks it through, and the Steelers are going to extend their lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here comes Ford on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. DTR to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now a 3rd and 2. Thompson Robinson to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll run for it. It's Ford. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Another run here with Harris. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They were able to handle the elements. They're going to wind up victorious here in the snow. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.